Welcome back to Dharani's Net Classroom. So today in this session, we are going to see about the types of memory. No, this is not from ICT. This is actually from Teaching Aptitude. And this video is based on one question from August 2024 NET PYQ. So let's dive into it. So this is that one question asked in NET English in Shift 2 of August exam. So the question goes like this. Reena wanted to eat an ice cream. She took out a phone number online. She repeated the number over and over again while dialing. After order was delivered, she forgot the number. This is an example of the use of which memory process? And the options are short-term memory, automatic processing, echoic memory, and iconic memory. And indeed, this question is really simple. We can very easily go about with the answer, short-term memory. But the entire point of this video is that if a simple question like this is asked in this exam, means that the options are to be analyzed for future exams. So let's look at this topic in detail. We all know what memory is all about. Memory refers to the ability to retain information, as simple as that, retaining information, and reproduce it over a period of time when required to perform a cognitive task. And there are like 3 stages involved with memory. The first one is encoding, the second storage, and the third one retrieval. And let's look at the types. We all know short-term memory. Short-term memory is all about temporarily remembering something for like 15 to 30 seconds. Mostly when the use is over, we tend to forget it, as simple as that. For example, we might get a OTP that we will remember only till it is useful. Once we typed out those numbers, we tend to forget them. Else, in simple words, our brain will erase unwanted information. So that is what we call as short-term memory, STM, or working memory. So whenever we remember something for a very short span of time, it comes under short-term memory. Automatic processing. The title has its meaning. Automatic processing refers to the unconscious encoding of incidental information. So whenever we remember something without consciously etching it in our mind, we call that as automatic processing. For example, we know the sequence of our daily routine. We know we will have to brush our teeth, we will have to wash our face, and when going to the bathroom, we will go along with a toothpaste and brush and things like that, that we don't really want to consciously put into place. It is most unconsciously encoded in our brain, and that is what we call as automatic processing. And the other type is sensory memory. So sensory memory is the shortest term element of memory. Why so? Because whenever we have a sense, for example, a sound, a touch, a sight, it will replay for a very short period of time, like milliseconds or a few seconds, that's all. So that is why we call it as the shortest term element of memory. And it is important in teaching. How so? It allows students to register information and stimuli from their environment. Like whenever we teachers, if we use some sensory inputs, that will help us capture the students' attention. And with this, we can make use of sensory memory actually. So as I say, sensory memory is all about retaining sensory information, like a touch, a sound, a sight, or something like that. And if you can replay them, it is called a sensory memory, as simple as that. And in it comes echoic memory. And as the title suggests, it has something to do with the auditory information. We all have this, right? We will be talking with someone, or that we will be distracted for a few minutes. And instead of asking them again, we can sometimes recall what they have just told us. For example, your friend was talking with you and you didn't pay attention. And you ask like, and your brain replays it. And then even before your friend repeats her question, you can answer that. That kind of a playback that is in your brain is called as echoic memory. Hope you understand. And this lasts for about 3 to 4 seconds only. And this is, of course, a short-term retention of auditory information. Echoic memories. And we have iconic memory, same like echoic memory, but this one is more about a visual memory, okay? A sensory memory for visual information. For example, you look at a page and even after you close your eyes, you can kind of have a playback of that page, like where the page number was present, how many pictures were there, and things like that. And those come under iconic memory. Long-term memory, and as we know, short-term memory, long-term memory, the concept is really simple. If you remember something for a longer period of time, ranging from hours to a lifetime, we call it a long-term memory. For example, your childhood memories for that matter, the first day you got into school, the first day you cried while going to school, or that the facts you learned in school, your friends, the bitter experiences, the happiest moments, and all those things that you can't forget at all, they will come under long-term memory. But what is meta memory? Meta memory is the awareness and understanding of one's own memory processes. If you have an understanding of how your memory actually process, then it is called as meta memory. Whenever you see this word meta, have it in your mind, it is mostly about learning about something, learning about the topic itself. Okay, that is called as meta memory. For example, there will be certain memory strategies. If you know them, that is called as meta memory. For example, we have something called as spaced revision that we can use while studying for NET. Yeah. And if you kind of use those strategies to improve your memory, it somehow comes under meta memory actually. We are in the last slide and the most important types of memory. The first one is explicit memory and the next one is implicit memory. Let me explain implicit memory first anyway. There are certain things that we can do without thinking about it at all, like without any conscious awareness. For example, we can tell like you are a rider, you ride bikes very well, then you need not worry about anything. Like you start in a place and you end in the other place. That's it. There is no in between where you consciously think about the accelerator or the brake or anything, because that comes under implicit memory, something that happens without any conscious awareness. And the same goes with explicit memory, but this one requires conscious recall. Remember the first time you started um, using a bicycle, the first day you actually learned to ride a bicycle, we would have used explicit memory. Like we only know the facts. We know that we will have to get onto the bicycle, pedal it, and somehow move forward. And if some obstacle comes in, you will have to use brake and things like that. And when it stays as fact, we will be very conscious of everything. Yeah, we use our conscious memory, and that comes under explicit memory. And if you do things more more unconsciously, then it comes under implicit memory. Hope this concept is clear to you. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to Dharani's NET Classroom and share this video with your friends who are also preparing for NET. Thank you so much.